We have a national network of desert mining businesses who are marketing themselves under the name of the Desert Knowledge Australian Mining Services Network. They recently were in Kalgoorlie, and it's a good example of how we work. In Kalgoorlie, there were representatives from 4 different jurisdictions marketing their own business on a very personal level, but representing their region and also representing the broader network. So in the case of the Mining Services Network, it's a true network of collaborative businesses, some of whom are actually competitors with each other, but they see they're part of this broader network. So in terms of that group, we have a real commodity, a real product that we can offer to the rest of the world, which is the expertise in working in remote and dispersed regions of desert Australia.
I was invited to become involved because I already had a hand in the mining services group in Alice Springs, and realistically it enhanced that position or that role I was already doing. But it's fitted in beautifully with my job, it really has, and through it I've grown the mining services network to a stage where we could then introduce our mining services network in Alice Springs with similar mining services networks that have been formed in other parts of desert Australia.
It's a perception from the bigger companies that if you want expertise you go to a capital city, and you can well and truly understand that, because obviously the infrastructure, particularly in engineering, is much greater in most of the capital cities. But where we see ourselves as a smaller, very specialised contractor is that the expertise we have doesn't have to be based in a capital city. It's just expertise we have in-house where we can go out and build equipment and install it and give the client some value, and that's important. That doesn't require a huge infrastructure. We don't have a large workforce. We don't have a huge complex of factory space or anything like that. However, we have got, we feel, some unique expertise that we can offer, and I think we've proven that because our major clients now are Rio Tinto, ERA, Xstrata, Zinc in Mount Isa, Perilio down in Broken Hill, BHP, Leinster Nickel over in WA, Newmont, Australia. We do a lot of work for them, or locally to us, is 500 k's away. So I think we've proven that you don't have to be in a capital city, but obviously I can understand the perception that the companies would have.
The majority of mining and exploration in Australia is in remote areas anyway. Things like access to suppliers, to technology which we might have here and they haven't, and access to contracts, like larger contracts which we might be geared for in Central Australia, and in another area they may not be. So we can, like some of our contractors from here, and particularly contractors rather than companies, where contractors might be able to do joint ventures with them, which gives them access to more machinery or bigger machinery or different technology.
There have been some real business opportunities created. For example, at the Mining Services Expo in Kalgoorlie, have picked up business from way over there in Western Australia. Something you just wouldn't dream of being possible, but has happened. So we're pretty happy with that and pretty proud of that achievement.
We did a job over in Leinster last year as a result of the visit to Kalgoorlie for the Mining Expo in November. We got a contact up at Leinster BHP Nickel, and that job there, to quote them and not us, we charged them $50,000 and they say that we saved them $300,000.
Before we actually formed the alliance, Mike Crow actually come and gave the directors a bit of a talk on forming alliances, and that's probably initially where the group started. And then from then on, Scott Howe, as the facilitator for Broken Hill for Desert Knowledge, got me involved, and we've been involved with Mining Services Network ever since.
The first prospect was a tender for a major mining project near Broken Hill to mine mineral sands. The 5 directors were aware that individually they did not have the capacity to tender for the engineering work. They could only hope for a company from outside the region winning the contract and then getting some subcontracting work from it. With Alliance Engineering, this could be different. In the next few months, a lot of time and effort was put into preparing for the bid. Brad Fillery, owner of Fillery Antiwear Products, said this involved a huge amount of trust. It was very difficult. They were competitors. They had individually worked together on projects, such as the redevelopment of the Broken Hill Hospital, but where one business was the lead and subcontracted out work to the other. This was different. Alliance Engineering won the tender with BMAX worth $4.5 million for the dredge overhaul and mineral separation plants projects. Alliance Engineering was now on the way.
There's a number of different other companies around that we talk to. John Johnson from here in town, and we share a bit of work together here and there. He come to Broken Hill and we supplied him some labour to help him out. We
engaged one of the guys out of Alliance Engineering in Broken Hill, and I think we were able to teach him a few things in a few days, and hopefully next time around we go there we'll be able to pick up that same guy and we can all make $1, and hopefully the flow on from that is that Alliance may pick up other work for us further out from where our current market is. And that's be the important step from here, is to really get that, the private sector recognising that there's value in being involved. And as we get runs on the board and things happen, I'm sure that a lot more companies will be on board with us, and they'll benefit from the same spreading out of their knowledge that we are.
And already some of those businesses are working internationally, but they're happy to leverage off the existence of this network to increase that international business.
I just saw our market as not limited to just in our own little backyard, and that's really my main thrust of being involved with the Mining Services Network, that I can push out the knowledge of our company and our expertise and the services we offer. I can push those right out into areas that we wouldn't normally get to push it out.
I'd say bringing the outback businesses together as a unit and being able to work together. That's what Desert Knowledge comes to my mind, what they do for us.